Have you ever wished that you could plant something just once and then keep harvesting from it all year round? If you are a busy person, or perhaps new to gardening, then this video is definitely for you. Today, I am going to share the top 10 types of vegetables that are really resilient and keep producing steadily. These are the true champions in any urban garden or balcony setup across Europe. The more you harvest, the more they tend to regrow with fresh shoots, and the more you cut, the faster they come back. Let us check together whether your own garden or balcony already has some of these tough customers established. First up is water spinach, which is an incredibly resilient vegetable that is very easy to grow, and the more you harvest, the faster it comes back. The secret lies in its strong root system that adapts well to both soil and semi-hydroponic environments, even in container setups on your terrace. You only need a few plastic baskets and simple water containers that you can set up right on your balcony or patio. Add a layer of loose, humus-rich soil into the basket, as this provides the initial nutrient source for the young plants. Sow the water spinach seeds evenly on the soil surface, and remember not to sow too thickly so the plants have enough space to grow properly. Cover with a thin layer of soil on top to retain moisture and help the seeds germinate quickly and evenly. Place the basket into the water container, and this semi-hydroponic method ensures the plants always have enough water to grow fast. Only after 2 days, the first green shoots have started to emerge strongly towards the light. Look at the white roots that are developing really healthily and growing through the holes in the basket. By the 5th day, the seed leaves have opened up and started the process of photosynthesis more strongly. By the 7th day, your mini garden has started to cover the surface with a lovely green carpet. The growth speed of water spinach is quite impressive, with the leaves getting longer and a deeper green. Around day 18, the plants are tall enough and ready for the first harvest in the next few days. To keep them crisp and sweet, remember to add a little organic nutrient solution and water regularly. Stir the nutrient solution well so that the nutrients spread evenly and the roots can absorb them in the best way. Water gently with the nutrient solution at the base to stimulate good growth and maximum yield. After 25 days, you will have baskets full of lush, green water spinach that you can harvest again and again. Use secateurs to cut close to the base, but leave about 2 to 3 centimeters so the plant can send out new shoots quickly. Cutting in the right way helps the dormant buds in the leaf axils to produce strong new growth. By harvesting continuously like this, you will have a good supply of clean vegetables for the whole family. Just a few days after cutting, the new tender shoots start to emerge in a reliable way. By day 28, the new shoots have grown well, confirming the resilience of water spinach. By day 33, you can harvest a second time with the plants looking as good as new. Water spinach really is a great choice, and the more you pick, the more it produces, living up to its strong reputation in the garden. Next is Malabar spinach, which tops the list for ease of growing, and you will find it hard to keep up with the harvest for your family meals. The special thing about this vegetable is that the more you pick the tips, the more new branches it sends out quite vigorously. To grow it sustainably, you only need to use some old plastic bases or recycled materials like this for the base. Use plastic netting to make a climbing frame that gives the plant space to grow and keeps the roots well aerated. Use cable ties to secure the joints and create a sturdy tower for the plants, and it only takes a few minutes. Attach the frame securely to the base to make sure the tower does not tip over when the plants grow tall and heavy with leaves. Line the inside with some plastic sheeting to hold the soil and retain moisture, creating an ideal environment for the roots to develop. Smooth out and secure the plastic lining, ready for adding the nutrient-rich compost inside. Choose a good quality soil mix with some sand and organic matter so the Malabar spinach grows steadily. Do not forget to place a central pipe for adding kitchen scraps, which creates a natural fertilizer source right there. Soak the Malabar spinach seeds in warm water for about 3 hours to maximize the germination rate. Start the seeds in a tray before transferring to the tower so you can select the strongest seedlings. Sow the seeds evenly and cover with a thin layer of soil, then keep the soil moist regularly so the seeds germinate fast. Only after 10 days, the healthy green seedlings are ready to be moved to their new home. A lid helps keep the tower clean and prevents any odors when you use kitchen waste as fertilizer. Start planting the seedlings on the top of the tower to create green coverage from top to bottom. Cut small holes around the sides of the tower to create planting positions vertically, saving space in your urban garden. Always place the seedlings gently into the holes, and this is the secret to having a tower full of dense foliage. Water with a fine mist to keep the soil moist and help the young plants establish roots in the tower. After more than 1 month, the Malabar spinach tower will start to spread out strongly, like a living green wall. The leaves on Malabar spinach grown this way are large and thick, full of nutrients, and very clean. With this tower, you can pick the tips today, and in just a few days, the leaf axils will produce new tips. One basketful for the whole family, and I hope you have success with this really productive, resilient vegetable. Sweet potato greens is another strong candidate in a list of 10 easy-to-grow vegetables at home. From the leaves to the stems, everything is nutritious and tastes great in salads or stir-fries. This is known as a vegetable that never fails, even for beginners in urban container gardening. You can start growing it from the fresh greens you buy from the shops near home. Cut the long stems and remove some of the older leaves so the plant focuses energy on new root growth. Insert half the stem into the soil and keep the soil moist to encourage fast root development. Only after 1 week, a healthy white root system will appear ready to be planted out in the garden. Sweet potato greens grow very fast, so add plenty of organic matter to give the plants enough nutrients. The ideal planting distance is about 30 centimeters, so the plants have space to spread across the ground. You can also plant the stems directly into the garden soil or large pots, and they will still thrive strongly. In warm conditions, the plants will grow vigorously and cover the ground in just a few weeks. Their growth is quite impressive, with the plants spreading wide and creating a thick carpet of green leaves. This is a vegetable that tolerates sun very well, has few pests, and hardly needs any extra care. Harvest the tips with the 2 youngest leaves to keep the dish crisp and sweet. The more you harvest the tips regularly, the more the plant produces new branches, and you will have plenty. If you notice the plants growing slowly, add a liquid organic feed to help them recover quickly. When the vines get too old, cut them back firmly to encourage a new flush of healthy shoots. Digging a trench around the base helps the soil stay aerated and ready to take in more nutrients. Add organic matter into the trench to give the bed of sweet potato greens extra strength for the next cycle. Cover the fertilizer with soil, and the plants will quickly send out new roots from the old stems. With the thicker-stemmed varieties, you can peel the skin and cook the stems as a crisp stir-fry. The result is a rewarding harvest of leaves, tips, and stems for your family meals. Vegetables you grow yourself always stay fresh and have a flavor that you cannot find in the shops. Plant sweet potato greens now as one of the resilient options to always have clean produce at home. Garlic chives is a vegetable that heads the list for being easy to grow, and the more you harvest, the more it comes back. It is extremely straightforward to care for, even if you are new to gardening. The secret lies in the soil, which should be loose and well drained, mixed with some dried cow manure and charcoal. Water the soil thoroughly to settle the moisture before you start planting the roots. Level the soil and loosen it well so the garlic chives can root deeply and grow strongly. To plant from roots, trim the old roots and cut the leaves short to help the plant focus on new growth. Divide the clumps into small sections so they have space to spread and produce new shoots later. Each hole can take 3 to 5 roots, so the clump grows dense and full later on. Do not be afraid to trim the roots, as this actually stimulates faster and healthier new root growth. Place the roots in rows for easy care and regular feeding throughout the season. Space each clump about 5 to 7 centimeters apart so the plants have room to produce more side shoots. Cover with just enough soil to hide the roots and avoid burying too deeply, which could cause rot. After planting, the soil surface looks neat and tidy. Water again to help the roots settle firmly into the soil. Place the tray in a spot with moderate sunlight. Only after 3 days, the first green shoots have pushed up vigorously and the growth is impressive. After 30 days, you will have a thick carpet of green leaves. At this stage, the plants start to need more nutrients. The leaves can be harvested lightly now, but be patient for the roots to strengthen fully. Loosening the soil helps aeration and prepares for the next feed of organic matter. Add extra nutrients so the leaves grow larger with better flavor and the clumps produce more shoots. Make sure the fertilizer is spread evenly around the base for the best absorption by the plants. Water immediately to help the fertilizer dissolve and reach the roots, encouraging fast growth. This is the result after 2 months with strong, healthy clumps of garlic chives that look lush and appetizing. After 60 days, you can harvest freely. Garlic chives regrows very quickly after each cut. Cut close to the base, leaving 1 to 2 centimeters so the plant produces even new shoots for the next round. The more you harvest, the more it comes back, and garlic chives deserves to be called a king among easy vegetables in your garden. Katuk is a vegetable that is almost impossible to kill, and once planted you can harvest for a whole year without stopping. The secret starts with choosing healthy, semi-mature stems without pests for the new generation. First, strip off all the old leaves so the plant focuses energy on the stems and new roots. Use sharp secateurs to cut a 45-degree angle at the base of the stem to increase the surface area for rooting. Check the buds along the stem carefully, as these are where the fresh green shoots will start to emerge. Prepare a glass of clean water, as this is the simplest way to encourage the katuk stems to root quickly and evenly. After about 2 weeks of soaking in water, the white roots have appeared, showing the plant is ready to move to soil. Use fabric bags or pots with good drainage holes. Fill with loose, open soil to create the ideal growing environment. Do not forget to add a little organic matter or nutrient-rich compost so the plant has energy to grow strongly. Mix the soil and fertilizer thoroughly, ensuring good aeration so the roots can breathe and develop fully. Create a small hole just deep enough in the soil bag to hold the rooted stem securely in place. Place the stem gently and fill around it with soil, then water thoroughly straight away to keep it moist and help the roots settle. Only after a few days, the first new shoots appear, proving the strong vitality of this vegetable. Katuk grows quite fast, with the leaves expanding and turning a deeper green when it gets enough sunlight. The plant spreads wider as it matures, forming thick bushes of green foliage ready to supply clean food. The special feature of katuk is that the more you prune, the more new branches it produces, helping the bush stay fresh. Each branch brings the promise of light, refreshing soups or stir-fries for the family during the warmer months. Looking at these glossy green leaves, you will see that the effort is completely worthwhile and enjoyable. When the plant is large enough, use sharp secateurs for harvesting. Cut close to the leaf axils to stimulate new shoots to grow. Each harvest is like a rejuvenation for the plant. The regrowth power of katuk is really impressive. The harvest is bunches of fresh katuk that are completely organic and very nutritious for your health. You can harvest continuously as the plant hardly ever runs out of energy to keep growing. The more you pick, the more it produces, and this quality makes katuk a real winner among vegetables in the garden. Growing katuk is easy and rewarding, so start today to keep your garden full of green life. Part 2. Next on our list is amaranth, which is a real superfood that is super easy to grow, and once you plant it, you can keep harvesting all season long. The plant is packed with calcium and vitamins, and it thrives strongly in warm, sunny weather, which suits many European balconies during the summer months. First, prepare a seed tray with good drainage holes to start your seedlings off properly. The soil mix should include some coconut coir and organic compost to hold moisture and supply steady nutrients right from the beginning. The seeds are tiny, so sow them evenly across the surface and avoid sowing too thickly in any one spot. Then cover them lightly with a thin layer of soil to protect the seeds while keeping the moisture they need to germinate well. Only after 4 days, the first amaranth shoots appear, showing really strong vitality, even in a small container. After 2 weeks, the young plants have grown quickly and are ready to move into larger pots or your balcony beds. When the seedlings have their true leaves, carefully separate them so each one gets more space to develop fully. The roots grow vigorously, and this is the secret that makes amaranth almost impossible to kill off once established. Separate each little clump gently to keep the delicate roots intact and healthy. Amaranth adapts really well, so you can plant with confidence even if you are still learning the basics of urban gardening. Dig small holes spaced nicely apart so the mature plants can spread their canopy without crowding. Place each plant into its hole and press the soil lightly around the base to hold it steady and help those roots settle fast. The ideal spacing lets the amaranth catch plenty of sun and reduces any risk of pests from being too close together. It only takes a few careful minutes to finish this stage, and your plants are already on their way. Water straight away after planting so the seedlings do not wilt and the roots make good contact with the soil. After 3 weeks, the amaranth is noticeably taller and ready for that first gentle harvest. The stems start to lengthen, and this is the moment to pinch out the tops to encourage branching. Cut the tip, but leave a few leaves at the base so the plant can focus energy on new growth from the sides. From here, the plant sends out 3 or 4 fresh shoots, giving you plenty to pick again soon. Look how after pinching the top, the whole plant becomes bushier with almost twice the leaves in no time. The result is a full basket of clean, sweet leaves, perfect for your family meals or salads. You harvest, and it simply keeps coming back stronger, which is why amaranth belongs in every productive balcony garden. Basil comes in at number 7, and it is a wonderfully fragrant herb that is extremely easy to grow from seed at home. The more you pinch the tops, the more branches it produces, and the plant has that distinctive spicy aroma we all love in European kitchens. It prefers temperatures between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius, making it ideal for summer on your terrace or windowsill. To get the best results, prepare a soil mix using garden soil, coconut coir, and well-rotted organic matter for steady feeding. The coir keeps everything open and airy, so the fine basil roots can spread easily without compaction. A handful of worm castings adds plenty of natural nutrients to support continuous leaf production week after week. Do not forget a little perlite to stop the soil packing down and allow oxygen to reach the roots without any trouble. Mix the whole blend thoroughly by hand until it feels light and perfect for those tiny seeds. A medium-sized plastic pot with drainage holes is all you need for basil to grow happily for months. Fill the pot nearly to the top, but avoid pressing the soil too firmly so the seeds can push through without effort. Water the soil well before sowing to make sure moisture is distributed evenly from top to bottom. Let the pot sit overnight so the mix settles and the moisture soaks right through, ready for the next day. The following morning, lightly rake the surface to create a fine tilth before you scatter the seeds. Basil seeds are small, but they carry huge growing power once they find the right conditions in your urban space. These little black grains are the start of a lush herb patch that will flavor many meals ahead. Sow them evenly across the pot, avoiding any clumps so each future seedling has room to develop properly. Cover with just an extremely thin layer of soil to shield the seeds from insects while still letting light through for germination. Mist the surface gently so nothing washes away, and keep the top moist throughout the waiting period. Place the pot in bright, indirect light, avoiding strong direct sun that might scorch the delicate new shoots. Only after 1 week, the first green seedlings appear, all together proving almost perfect germination every time. Each pair of tiny seed leaves pushes upwards with real determination, signaling a bountiful harvest coming soon. After more than 1 month, you can start picking the first fragrant leaves for pasta sauces or fresh pesto. The more you harvest the tops, the more side branches appear, so you will always have plenty on hand. It truly earns its place as one of the most reliable herbs for busy gardeners across Europe. Now we reach position 8 with gotu kola, also known as pennywort, which is a wonderfully resilient plant that is simple to establish. You just tuck in a few roots or stems, and it quickly greens up the whole area with its creeping habit. Pennywort does not need fussy care, and its spreading nature makes it perfect for beginners with limited space. Choose soil that is rich in nutrients so the leaves grow large, lush, and full of that fresh green color. Prepare the soil really loose and open to give the roots the best possible start in your container or raised bed. You can use established pennywort plants with longer roots because this method gives the highest success rate by far. Do not worry about having lots of roots because this plant grows vigorously like a gentle ground cover. A few healthy stems will soon fill the pot or bed with a beautiful living carpet. Carefully separate each runner into individual pieces ready for planting. Every stem will become the foundation of a larger clump later on in the season. Look closely at the nodes along each stem because every one has the potential to root and shoot strongly. Dividing them helps you spread the plants evenly so coverage happens faster and more uniformly. Place the roots lightly onto the prepared soil and cover with a thin layer without burying the stems too deeply. Plant with small gaps between each piece, and you will be surprised how quickly they knit together in just a few weeks. Press the soil around the base gently so the roots make firm contact without compacting everything. The stems will soon trail across the whole surface, turning your balcony into a green oasis. The special trait of pennywort is its ability to creep along the soil with nodes that root wherever they touch. This means you plant once and harvest for life, as it keeps regenerating and expanding steadily. After planting, the surface may look a little sparse at first, but trust the process because its persistence is remarkable. A small tray of pennywort not only beautifies your space, but also gives you leaves for refreshing herbal teas or salads. Pennywort loves consistent moisture, so water thoroughly straight after planting to help everything settle and recover. Continue watering daily, especially in warmer weather, to keep the growth lush and steady. It tolerates short dry spells quite well, but performs best when the soil stays evenly moist throughout. With regular attention, you have completed the basic steps for this super easy and productive plant. And here is the beautiful result after just 1 month of simple care. The pennywort leaves have grown densely and lush, completely covering the pot surface in healthy green. Those glossy leaves are clear proof the plant is thriving and adapting perfectly to your conditions. The more leaves you pick, the more new branches emerge, so you will struggle to keep up with its generous supply. Look underneath, and you will spot countless tiny new shoots waiting to take over. It really is an endless cycle of fresh growth that rewards even the busiest gardener. The trailing stems keep extending and rooting wherever they touch soil, helping it spread naturally everywhere. So, that completes another wonderfully easy vegetable for your sustainable urban setup. In 9th place is fish mint, which is another almost indestructible vegetable that the more you harvest, the faster it rebounds. To start, we prepare really good loose soil because the more open it is, the stronger the fish mint grows. The secret for lush results is using fertile river loam if you can source it locally or a similar rich mix. Pour the soil into your container and loosen it thoroughly to the right depth for deep rooting and good water uptake. Level the surface neatly in the box before you place the stem cuttings in position. This soil holds moisture and nutrients well, helping the fish mint segments establish roots quickly and reliably. Use a small trowel to fluff up the top layer, making the ground more aerated for healthy development. Ensure there are no large clumps left, so the new shoots can push through without any resistance at all. Next, mix in some perlite or charcoal to improve openness and retain just the right amount of moisture for the plants. Blend everything evenly until you have the ideal growing medium for your fish mint. Create shallow furrows spaced regularly across the surface, ready to receive the prepared stem cuttings. Select fresh, green stems with plump bodies, as these make the best propagating material for fast rooting. Each cutting should include 2 or 3 nodes, because these are the points where new roots and shoots will emerge. Place each segment into the furrows, keeping even spacing so the plants have room to fill out nicely. Plant until the box surface is nicely covered. And remember, fish mint has incredible staying power. Press the base of each stem gently into the soil to secure it firmly without disturbing the arrangement. After planting, the box looks tidy and organized with all those green pieces ready to grow. The crucial step is watering, because fish mint adores moisture and needs a good supply every day. Use a gentle rose on the watering can so you do not wash soil away or disturb the new cuttings. Soak the entire surface thoroughly, creating a cool, moist environment that helps the plants recover fast. And here is the impressive sight after only 1 month of straightforward care. A dense forest of lush, green fish mint now covers the whole box with healthy, vigorous growth. The leaves are thick and glossy, showing the plants have settled perfectly into their new home. What started as a few stems has spread to provide more than enough for the whole family throughout the season. It feels truly rewarding to grow and pick your own clean vegetables with a plant that is almost impossible to lose. Do you realize that many gardens already contain wild, resilient edibles that keep producing the more you pick them? First up is wild amaranth, which pops up everywhere with tremendous staying power, regardless of the weather. This plant can reach nearly 1 meter tall with large, thick leaves, and you can harvest handful after handful without running out. When the seed heads ripen, they scatter naturally around the garden, helping the plants self-seed for free future crops. Wild amaranth is full of superior nutrition, and simply picking the tips encourages even more branching straight away. You can pull the whole plant when needed, or just trim branches to keep the supply fresh and green all year. The pink-tinted roots are a helpful way to identify it, and the deep root system makes it almost impossible to remove once settled. Every part, from young leaves to soft stems, is edible and tasty, adding variety to your meals. The sturdy stems handle dry spells well, giving you a reliable source of free, clean produce right outside your door. Wild amaranth tastes sweet and cooling, and the more you harvest, the stronger the new shoots appear. Next is purslane, which acts like a golden herb in the world of wild greens with its creeping mat-forming habit. Purslane spreads in round patches like a living carpet with succulent leaves and a pleasant tangy flavor. The reddish-purple stems are loaded with omega-3, making it a valuable wild superfood you can forage safely. Those small, juicy leaves work beautifully raw in salads or cooked gently in light summer soups for a refreshing touch. Chickweed is another tough wild vegetable that forms thick green mats and is almost impossible to eliminate. Its tiny white flowers look like delicate stars scattered across the foliage. The taste is mild and sweet, and it digests easily, making it gentle on the system. Chickweed grows reliably through the year in slightly damp spots around the garden. A quick handful is plenty for a bowl of light, nourishing soup on a warm day. Do not overlook white clover, which is attractive as well as being a natural protein source in the wild larder. This plant helps hold moisture in the soil, and the more leaves you pick, the thicker and greener it becomes. The flowers can garnish dishes or be dried for a delicate tea, bringing a gentle countryside note to your table. Wild marsh pennywort stands out as the nutrition king among these wild finds, with its distinctive white leaf undersides. The flavor is reminiscent of spinach, yet its toughness is far greater in container or ground settings. Harvest the tips, and fresh ones appear almost immediately, giving a constant supply. With only a few plants established, you will find yourself harvesting more than you can eat. The growth rate is so generous that it feels like nature is looking after your kitchen needs. Treasure these natural gifts because they are completely clean and require almost no work at all. Those are the 10 resilient green champions that deserve a place in every urban garden or balcony. With just a small corner or a few pots, you can enjoy homegrown vegetables all year without repeated sowing. Out of this selection, how many are already growing in your own space? Perhaps you know other vegetables that keep coming back the more you harvest, and I would love to hear about them. Leave a comment below and share your experiences so we can all learn together. Do not forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel so we continue exploring ways to green our living spaces sustainably. I wish you many satisfying meals made from produce you grew yourself with very little effort. Goodbye for now, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.